Hey there, Hambbage here. How you doing? Glad you're all here, as always. Don't want to rush over it, but man, am I excited. Let's get going. Get this out of the way. Complex cellular automata. Yep, that's something, all right. Let's get going here. I am pumped. Man, I had so much fun in the last episode getting the start, really, of our tower going. I mean, I know we made a big X in the ground ages ago, and we've been preparing materials forever, but it's good to be building. So what's on tap next? Well, we've got some pieces to get rid of, but I kind of want to. As soon as we've started on that, I kind of you know how it goes. I want to get onto something different. Not different in terms of the project, but different in terms of the focus. We kind of got in here on the fill, which is good. I mean, we need to do that too, and definitely working on dry land is going to be a big help. But I think while we're here, there's one other attribute that I really want to focus on getting knocked down, or started at least. And that is kind of defining the top. Now I'm just sort of thinking here. Ah, come on, get that maybe as we. Oh, out there. Those squid are just. Seriously? How did it get to be night all of a sudden? Dude, squid, you're looking for a beating if you keep gurgling around like that. That some of this may be more angled. Just having it, 4 blocks deep, I think all the way this way is fine. I'm really struggling with this underwater and moving around. I don't know what the deal is. My mouse is in a different place? What's going on? Although I didn't do a real good job when we first started either. Let's see, this shouldn't be too difficult. So I don't think there's any problem with setting these two, this course, all the way down to this level universally. For one thing, it's not going to get super scrutinized, right? It's underwater. Unless we're swimming up to it, people aren't going to see, but it'll kind of show. But we may vary a little bit at lower depths with just some regular stone and some cobble and kind of reflecting that we're filling out. And again, we may make something of an underwater secret entrance. If we were to do that, maybe that would be okay, that's cracked. Let's leave those. This is still just very much who knows kind of thing, but this would at least be a space we could use marked off. Still don't know what that feels like or what that looks like, but at least that clears some of our inventory here. That was our real purpose. Okay, so next thing, like I said, I think we want some scaffold. I think that's where our copper is, by the way. Yeah, okay. Do we have scaffold out here? Do we hijack it all back? Of course we do. Oh, phew. Hey, that's enough. Okay, so the next thing is, let's try to do a count. We are still one up here. So this is our real base. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is a step. 10, I think, is the other half of that, but I think that's 2, and then an extra one on the top. So 10 to the top of the battlements. And I think while that looks tall and dominant from a getting started perspective, while this fortress is still going to be low and squat, I think here we're going to go a little bit taller. Not super tall, but enough so that when we do the walls and things, we can have a little bit of fun with spacing. So let's go the 10. That's 10. And then I think let's go 4, 5. Let's go 4 more. And that will be our... Oh, it's going to be kind of perfect. And I did bring some. Perfect. Okay. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, not 15. Let's do some torches. This is the center one, and then maybe 3 in. And 1 extra on both sides. It should keep us kind of good. So again, 1, 14, 3 in, 3 in. 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 Now I lost count, of course. Okay, well, it seems to check out at least. Nope. Guess this is where we find out. Did we need to boot that tree? Was that the decision? Yeah, we totally need to get rid of this tree. Tree, you've been wonderful. Great. We've got these couple other trees inside. We'll try to do you justice. Could we like make you an artificially curved tree growing out over the walls? I mean, there's no fortress ever that wanted to have a tree growing over its walls, right? That's just trouble. So I think it's got to go. And we need the wood. We don't need the wood that bad. If we could save the tree, we would save it, but we can't. We will take some of its leaves, though. At least to the point where we can find some of the branches. Oh, maybe this is the trunk. Like, why can't I find where the edge of the tree is? Such a cool tree. I do like the big old trees. I know, especially early game, they're a pain trying to clear them. They just really tax your tools. You know, you got to have a block or something to break all the leaves so you don't accidentally wear down your axe and all that stuff. But alright, did we miss any of it? I think the rest of that can all... Ooh, got a whole another branch down here we can't miss. Alright, well, sorry, tree, but it was necessary. Necessary for progress. Get a good sleep. Man, I got this coffee here. I've hardly touched it in 3 episodes. Okay, put the tree stuff away. Get more of this. Now that we have our height defined, let's go up one more. And do that. Just see all those bees. So great. Okay, here's what I described previously, and am now going to attempt to replicate for you. So remember the circle plot for below, and we're going to inset here. So we're basically doing it much the same as we had with the one change that those. I'll leave the excess blocks to hang for the time being. Just for our scampering around. And now that we've got our counting out of the way, the main... Ooh, we need 2 torches. The main thing here is we just don't want a steady rain of creepers and whatnot coming down on our heads. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Haha. Okay. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. All right. 3/4 wheel in the sky. Keep on turning. And one more here just to be safe. All right. So these pieces, as you can see, that's going to kind of take on a new dominant force in our area here, and that's fine. I think that's awesome. I definitely want to keep this growing. We're going to keep our fence line low, and some of these outer things just to keep us from being completely overwhelmed are going to stay fairly squat. But here at least, I think we've got some cool opportunity. So that's us kind of ringed out. Now, one thing that we're going to need to do is work this step in, and I think that'll be pretty consistent along. It's not as pronounced as maybe I'd hoped, but I think it will give it just that little hint. And it's kind of where half vertical slabs would be really nice. We can put a step in at the actual transition, but beyond that, we won't have a whole lot. And of course, on these, there won't really be much anything. That's going to be a flush wall. And I don't know, maybe we can do something with that part being open at this height, and having kind of a mustering area, or even maybe having that floor build up and just double out enough so that it's partially shaded and whatnot. I don't know. I think it offers a lot of potential there. But the question is this too much? And now I'm kind of thinking that it might be. We might need to trim this down. With only one step in to show us the taper, I think we got too much. I think we went too far. And see. If we went... Ooh, I don't still have plenty. Let's get another stack. So why it's good to do it before you just start building up, I think. Let's go up to 10. Ooh, not there. Come on. Okay. That's good. So what had kind of dawned on me after I'd said it is this kind of accounts for the battlement height, but anything that we do up above, if this is like the ceiling floor of our tower and then we do battlements above it, we'll be up above the level that we're at. And I've got ideas for what I'd like to kind of do to get this multicolored a little bit, so it's not just all boring same color. And I think this will be better. I apologize for the extra, but that's real life. That's what you got to do. You got to do a little trial and error, see how things look, and not be afraid to say, no, that's not what I was thinking. What are we doing here? Two. No. That's how it goes wrong. We do this. And then I didn't ever 1, 2, 3. This should that should be there. Oh. And if we build at a lower height, there's less consistent damage each time we fall off. Okay. So we had, making this a lot harder. Oh, don't do that. Do that. Two. Come on, every time you want to try to stay on the scaffolding, you slide down. Anytime you then want to go down the scaffolding, no chance until you're falling. Yeah, new leaf block though. That's something. So yeah, I think with the height of our walls and everything, that would just be crazy based on the proportions and everything we're looking at. So we're not gonna do it. Whoa. all over the place. Can I do it this time? Ha-ha. Alright, one more to go. And then we have gotten back to the part where we were before. Wow. Can you hear the clicks? Oh, man. Okay. I guess we're leaving those anyway for transit purposes. Okay, new rings, right? More or less parallel to the old rings. Yeah, so much happier with this. I think this is gonna totally end up being the right decision. Proportionally, it will make everything tie together better. It'll stay more with the historical style that at least I'm envisioning. Knowing we're not anchored to anything super realistic, but just as a guide and kind of a sense of style. This is gonna fit a whole lot better. We could have maybe pushed a little bit higher, but again, I think if we want to have a little bit of taper, it's just gonna be over one block, so there's not a lot of room there. Having such tall walls would just make that seem more like an oddity than anything else. So this will bring that to the floor. All right, any more blocks on this ring? I think we need a torch there. Or obviously gonna be dark spots. I don't think so. So let's try to drop there. Of course, we have some blocks on top of the... It's a good time as any to get a wall height scaffold over here. Definitely want to go around and gather up anytime you do breaking like that, because if you let those despawn, that's just more time you've got to go out and spend in the future grabbing back additional resources. So don't let it happen. Take that time. All right. So now I think our next part is going to be bringing those together. Let's get some food here while we think. Can I? Okay, we might as well do 2 at a time then. If you can't do all 4. So I'm thinking 4 up, then a step for the transition, and then come down. Ooh. Oh. We can do it though. A little slower progress. That's alright. Nope. What's it make you feel so jumpy? I mean, it's just a crouch, step, crouch. Wonder how long this one's been. Again, it totally escapes. Don't know what we want to do there yet. So we'll just... So close. Good news is I think we're... gonna do pretty well here. By the time I wrap up today, we may have an ugly monochrome tower. Let's get this one out of the way. It's not doing anybody any good. Where are we? Let's check the time. 35. Oh man, by the time we get done here, we may have an ugly monochrome tower. So I forgot we're already 2 there. That... How does this all equate to that? Yeah, so I think we do want to come to here. Even though that's an extra block up than I intended. Particularly having this edge at ground level. Speaking of ground level, I'm hearing a sound, and could be a bad one. Come on. Okay, those aren't long-term solutions, but now we have this in place. And let's go. I don't think I ever made it to a bench over there, did I? If I did, oops. Just getting a perspective as we come back. How many of these do we think we need? Eventually, we'll probably need a bunch. Do we already have... Got one. Ooh, we've also got this cut. That could be kind of fun as a... something. This is our favorite time of all, everybody. This is when we... Well, we don't really know what's going to go there anyway. So when we try to figure out where we transition the stairs... So it's easy enough here to there. And you start here. To go around, right? But as usual, we got this thing. How many of those slabs did we have? See how well that worked? Two. Let's take a look and see how they look before we overly commit. Now I think it's a good building wall, actually. You can kind of get that perspective of a step back. Oh, except you don't have that. Right? Then this is what... Oh, did I... Oh, that seems to be... Cut, cut. Where's the other cut? Cut. Not cut. Cut. Now I have two cuts? Come on. Cut, cut, cut. Cut. Smooth. Smooth. Okay. Cut. Ooh. What's that? And then we have more smooth. Oh. Some potential there. Clearly, we've made a disaster here. So, oh, I'm so glad that that's a jump. Oh. Ah. And think, flooring. bring those down one more. Have this be a more grand hall. And this just be a utilitarian lower level. Not to mention, cellars and all that kind of stuff too, right? We've talked about those, but so yeah, if you envision that there's flooring that comes in at the same level as the, man, I still can't, battlement, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The kind of walkway, cartway along the inside of the walls, but just like on our other tower, it makes sense that comes in. We gain the extra elevation, but we'll have that in the tower here. Yeah, I think that's certainly possible. Um, maybe here we do a bit more of the cut. Ah! And then would have that coming here, but it at least kind of helps define the floors and the spaces as we're working here, right? And if we know that's the case, I've got an idea. Oh, check the time again. Good. Okay. I wish that had a toggle. It will soon enough, I hope. Still have yet to hear anything about the old PC repairs. I hope that's going. But again, compatible parts and delivery time and all that may take it a bit. So I've got an idea for at least some two-tone woodwork. Oh, are you kidding? Of course I used all the birch. We may have some birch upstairs. No acacia. We got some outside there. But I'd like to, for the floors in that tower, do a combo, but more dominantly birch for the lighter color, and kind of flip the scheme that we've got going on here with the darker acacia wood. So fingers crossed here. Let's get to the wood chest. Take what we need. I don't want to have to run. We'll do that. Now, certainly here. I mean, we do not have a lot of birch wood right now, but we can go ransack a birch forest pretty easily. don't know if that was a me sound or a squid sound or a drown sound. Sometimes we all sound a little interchangeable. Oh. First drill miss. Oh, and I've got all this. Like bobbing like a cork. Let's get this done. Okay, now I don't know long term what all this ends up looking like, but what we're mainly trying to do here is get enough workspace that we can hang all the rest of the upper wall down without having to fall off a whole lot. If you know what I mean. And how we use acacia wood in here would kind of be dictated by whether we break these up into internal rooms, or what, how do we want to use this space? Because some tower-wide pattern, yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense if we're just all subdivided up into little internal walls and things. So we won't waste too much time on it, but this is going to be a huge help for knocking out the rest of this wall section. And now we don't need to worry about our interior spots. Saw what I did, right? Yep. Oh. And I don't know though, but I think that durability change is kind of evident in. Why did I get stuck right there? When the others seem to go pretty well. Yeah, they go really well. Watch the gaps. The old UK subway mind the gap. All right, got one row done. Now we come back around and actually use this block. That was the apparently where I economized on birchwood planks. No, no, we can't afford those. You're just gonna have to balance while looking up. Just sense with those Minecraft toes. Okay, that's pretty good progress for that day. Let's go sleep. Oh, where are you, buddy? We're not sleep. Well, we should sleep just to make sure he doesn't get harmed. Sleep. I haven't slept in this bed for a long time. Oh, this is our chance, guys. I know some more. I'm so excited. Forget the tower. I'm bringing them all. It doesn't matter. What's he got? We'll buy him out. If that's not proof, I don't know what the deal is with me and yawning, but it has nothing to do. I'm stoked about this guy. All right, buddy. I love your llamas. They're awesome. I haven't seen you in so long, man. Did you realize that the whole world changed? Yeah, we got amethysts and yeah, glow ink and squids and all kinds of stuff. I bet that's why it took you so long to come back and visit me. You've been wandering the world, seeing new chunks, and getting new resources to trade us, right? Awesome. Those don't look new at all, dude. There's nothing good there. He seriously wants 5 emeralds for a birch sapling? He wants less for packed ice. Dude, you're crazy, man. Yeah, yeah, crazy. You heard me. I meant it too. Not even trying to be nice. Okay, this. Check our time. We're gonna run a little long, but we'll see if we can. That's good. That's a good sign. Okay. I think we have one of these, right? I do that right? Why are we suddenly lopsided? 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. Why is there an extra? Wait, did I do that on that side too? Two, two. Well, the good news is we don't need planks. No. Wait, did I do it? Okay, 2, 2, 2. And yeah, that's 1 and 1, 2. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay. Still not entirely sure I understand why that works the way it does, but I'm not arguing. almost in speed mode there. No. Try to remember to pick up all the pieces. Don't you talk to me, Mr. No Cool Stuff. Are you serious? Get in the water. Get in the water. Get. You already lost your llamas. What kind of a traitor are you? You should have your trading license revoked. Call the ASPCA on you and tell them about your llama neglect. A lot tougher to do this way. Stop it! Get out of the way! Okay, there you go. You can go out there. Have fun. Okay, now smooth, smooth, cut, cut, smooth. Yeah, you made your choice, pal. Oh, that's why I was putting the steps on the bottom one. I was trying to count for those. It all makes sense now. My mathematical universe and worldview is okay. Thanks for worrying, chat. You guys are great. Yeah, I was wondering why I had an extra step there, because that was the fat circle, not the skinny circle at the top. Oh. Hey. I think that was another step. Yeah. Might as well keep those ready. Oh, we were doing well. Since we're down here, though. No chance of finishing a time now, but we'll at least have the right amount of materials. Cut. Let's put all the emeralds in here where we will be sure to forget them. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just going to wrap up this little bit here with the remaining time. The lack of remaining time. Uh-oh. Oh, were you saying something? Was there somebody out there? You can swim, right? That's all this really is. It's just a swimming opportunity. Still don't know how much we're really going to go along with those, but it's a start, huh? Oh, come on. I know you're angry, but could you look at me, please? Ooh, that looks better. So, we still have a lot of work to do. I know I haven't really talked that much about it, but uh, there's going to be some counterpoints to this. But that's kind of the initial bulk uh, of our tower here. Getting a little more confident with this whole not being able to see the toolbar thing. Okay, we got torches down there. I know, we're now way over. Sorry. Um, also can't see where I'm really putting these. Whew. Ha 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 ha. Boom. Oh yeah. That was my coffee. Oh yeah. All right. Well, that we got a trader screenshot. Let's try a couple more here. One like that. Maybe a bit further back just to make sure it fits. Um, I don't know what's gonna best kind of represent what we got going on here. I don't think this is gonna look particularly great because it's got the hill kind of built in. But that gives you guys a bit of a scale. Now remember, it's gonna have a little bit more oomph. So where it's kind of even now with everything, we got some surprises planned. It's not just gonna be the same toothy grin, Merlins and what's it? What goes with the Merlins? Um, Crenellations. Yeah. So there will be some of that, of course, as in a good fortress. But um, yeah, I hope you guys. I hope what I am kind of thinking of can be envisioned or materialize the way I hope. And if that's the case, then I think it'll be nice, a nice addition to our little world here. So we've got plenty more work to do. Can we? So if we can do that, that also means that others can. Um. Oh, no, he left you, and then he got stuck on the side of a tower. It's awful. Do you guys happen to have any leashes, leads over here? No. Didn't even leave you those, huh? I mean, I can do that. Does that mean that a mob will do it? And if we were to carve out another edge here, it would be less likely? Hmm. Something to consider for sure. But we don't have time to consider. We got to get back inside and save this one up. And get on to more building. I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope this seems on. Ooh. Let's get the tools back into view. Um, Use a little bit of light over here. I hope this seems like it isn't going to be a terrible offshoot. Now, clearly, we're going to have to do something with this edge, right? It wouldn't just be stark. But it'll have some work going into it. So that'll be part of the fun too. You know, again, part of the reason why towers and things are circular is that they're supportive shapes. You know, these pieces, the weight of the walls leaning in, when you have beams, you know, think the Notre Dame fire, right? You know, the beams were what they were most worried about. When those burned and fell, you have all those buttresses that are holding and keeping the building from pushing back and forth and laterally, but internally it's the other side of the building that's holding it up. It's all braced. Same goes here. When you have a circle, you know, you basically have structural elements like this that cross back and forth, and this side pushing on this side keeps it from going. Well, if you take out a whole side of that, you're going to have some issues. So we'll want to account for that in a way, I think, and that'll be fun, I think, as well, to make an element that kind of counters the structural forces. But again, we've done really well. I'm glad we got all that wall hung. It didn't lag too long, and I think those are still just extra pieces in the build, in the whatchamacallit, from hanging the blocks initially. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. That goes out to you guys in the chat as well. Nice to meet you. I hope you're enjoying. As I say these chats, I haven't updated in a little while. We mentioned it, though, in passing during this episode. Wow, up to an hour and 13. Sorry, guys, that went super long, and then I was just rambling there at the end. We hope to stream eventually, and so I kind of refer to you guys as chats, hoping that we'll have some live interaction in not too terribly long. Waiting on some equipment and pieces, but that's neither here nor there. What's important right now is that we're recording this world exclusively in YouTube, and we'll continue to do so no matter what happens. So those of you guys that don't do the whole streaming thing, may not be on those platforms, don't worry about it at all. This one is going to continue as is. You may start seeing some VODs and things come up alongside. Again, that's as new to me as YouTube was when I started here. So we'll figure it all out together, but you guys rock, and I'm not going anywhere. What that may do is help scratch this itch that I have to just keep going and get us down to a more reasonable YouTube-type schedule for this world. We'll see how that plays out, but right now I'm having a blast. I'm so excited to get this tower up and walled off, and we'll start putting the fun bits on now, right after we fill in the ocean. I think that's a a big piece that we need to get to too. So lots of fun to be had. Again, way too long, but I thank you guys so much for hanging out and appreciating it with me. We'll be back soon enough, and until then, I hope you guys do take a break. These videos aren't going anywhere, so you have all the time in the world. Get up, stretch your legs, give your eyes and your brain a break from the screen, and be sure to hydrate and all that other good stuff while you're at it. See the world. There's probably wonderful stuff going on outside. I'm going to do that myself, and I'll be back maybe for me this evening, maybe tomorrow. We'll just have to find out. But you guys take care of yourselves. Stay those wonderful, awesome people. And if you don't mind, before you go, hit the like, drop a comment, let me know what you think of the tower going up, and we'll see you for the next one. Stay awesome, guys. Bye.